The next day, none of them mentioned the conversation. Breakfast was silent. No teasing, no laughter, just clinking spoons and quiet chewing. Elohor sipped her tea and kept her eyes on her toast. Tamar scrolled through her phone. Ederin stared at the window. Nobody said, "Good morning." By afternoon, Samuel sent a message. It was short. "Thank you for everything, Ma. I have officially resigned from the foundation. I wish you and your daughters peace. Samuel." Elohor read it twice. Then she placed the phone on the table. She didn't reply. Instead, she stood up, walked to her bedroom, and packed up the files he used to handle. She stacked them neatly in a brown envelope and placed them in the storage closet. She was done. The next week passed slowly. No one mentioned his name, but he stayed in all their thoughts. One evening, the family was watching TV when Tamar spoke up. "I think we should talk." Ederin muted the TV. Elohor looked up. "I think we lost ourselves a bit," Tamar said. "Me especially. I didn't come to this house to fight over a man, and certainly not with my sister or my mom." Ederin nodded slowly. "Me too. I've been thinking a lot." Elohor leaned forward. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying we got caught up," Tamar replied. "He's a great guy, but he's not worth us destroying each other." "I agree," Ederin added. "Mum, we love you. This whole thing, it shouldn't come between us." Tears welled in Elohor's eyes. She reached for both their hands. "Thank you," she whispered. They sat in silence, hands joined, hearts healing. The storm had passed. Not because it didn't hurt, but because love, the real kind, had returned to the room. The gate bell rang at exactly 6:03 p.m. Ederin peeked through the curtain. "It's him," she whispered. Tamar stood still. She wasn't sure how she felt. Not angry, not excited, just calm. Madame Elohor wiped her hands on her wrapper and stepped out of the kitchen. Samuel stood outside the gate, holding a brown envelope. He wore a plain white shirt, dark jeans, and old sneakers. No driver, no escorts, no signs of wealth. Just a man who looked like he needed to close a chapter. The gate was opened. He stepped in, smiled politely at the guard, then looked up at the house. It was Tamar who opened the front door. "You came." "I didn't want to," he said softly, "but something kept pulling me." Ederin joined her at the door. "What do you want?" "I just need 10 minutes, he said. "Please." Madame Elohor appeared behind them. "Let him in." They all walked into the sitting room, no one speaking. The same room where everything had once felt normal, where laughter used to live. Samuel sat. The three women sat opposite him. He held the brown envelope close. "I came to return some documents," he said. "But more than that, I came to say goodbye the right way." No one interrupted. "I didn't know," he began, "what I was doing to this family until the day I left. I didn't realize how much I was at the center of something so delicate. I saw it in your eyes, Tamar, Ederin, and even more in your silence, Ma." He looked at Madame Elohor. "I had feelings," he said carefully. "Feelings I didn't fully understand, because I respected all of you. I never crossed any lines, but maybe my presence alone was enough to cause damage. For that, I'm sorry." Ederin looked down. Tamar held her breath. "I wasn't trying to make anyone fall in love with me," he said. "But when I saw the attention, I got confused. I was flattered, and maybe I became selfish without knowing it. I liked being liked. I liked being needed." Madame Elohor sighed. "You're not the only one who got confused, Samuel." He nodded. "I know, and that's why I left." He placed the envelope on the table. "These are all the files I still had. I'm officially cutting ties with the foundation. I won't come back. I won't call. I just want peace for all of us." They nodded. Then Tamar asked, "Do you love any of us?" The question dropped like thunder. He swallowed. "I loved how you cared, Tamar. How bold you were. I loved Ederin's quiet strength. And Ma, I loved your wisdom, your softness. But love is not meant to destroy." Silence. He stood up. "This will be my last visit." He began to walk toward the door. "Wait," Madame Elohor said. He turned. "Thank you," she said softly. He bowed his head. "Thank you for letting me into your world, even if it was for a short time." He left, and that was it. No running after him, no dramatic hugs, just a quiet ending. 3 women sat in silence. One by one, they stood up. That night, Elohor called a family meeting. They sat in the same sitting room. No phones, no distractions. "I think we need to heal," she said. This was a storm none of us saw coming, but maybe it was needed. Edorin nodded. "It showed us who we are and what we want." "I agree," Tamar added. "It also showed us who we are not." Elohor smiled a little. "We're not enemies." They all laughed softly. She continued, "From now on, let's be honest with each other. No more silent feelings. No more hidden things." Edorin reached for her mother's hand. "Deal." Tamar joined. "Deal." And just like that, something shifted. The next few weeks were peaceful. They poured all their energy into the foundation. The new manager was a woman named Boma, strict but kind, focused. Samuel never called. They never called him either. One day, months later, while walking out of a hotel conference center, Edorin saw him. He was with a woman. She looked gentle, simple, real. They didn't notice her. Edorin smiled to herself and walked away. In her heart, there was no pain, just peace. In the car, she texted Tamar. "Just saw him. He's fine. We're fine." Tamar replied, "Good. We're more than fine." At home, Madame Elohor watched an old Yoruba film and sipped tea. She didn't think of Samuel anymore, not because she hated him, but because she had finally let go. Sometimes, love doesn't come to stay. Sometimes, it comes to reveal. And in this home, it revealed cracks, truths, pride, and the quiet strength of forgiveness. 3 women once fell for the same man, but they chose each other in the end. And that choice was the real love story.